What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Panya. I'm here to acknowledge the frequency to alter consciousness to your mind to transcend about the deprivation of the sin to celestial from here on earth. Anybody want to spirit here now at the lane time, and I freaking love you. Now, the peaceful warrior spirits indeed is a reconciliator. It's a gratitude at heart. It's someone who tried to bring peace. The reconciliator is the maker of the peace, the pacifier, the peacemaker, the type that is that bring peace by ascending to demands. Reconciliation is within the right conditions of living for right livelihood. With the gift of mind and speech, we create the coordinations as circumstances of our life. In the beginning was the words, and the words was with God, and the words was God. The universe, one world, right? The word said, Son, mind, Father of the world. It's not separate as one. It's this interconnectedness, oneness. From the other, for life is the unions of words and mind. Thoughts become words, words become action. Because you and your inner talking, or the words, right, are one. Uno. If your mind is one with your inner conversations, then to be transformed, as we transcribe our words to the video here, it is the mind that transforms these conversations that we can speak eloquently. The student is who is familiar with the process by which the various schools of mental science, mental faculty, etc., right? The school of knowledge, education through here, to learning, as we changing through of this following of our teachings and following of our mentor, understanding the principle of underlying of many of this transitions, many of this changes from season to seasons, and when, however, the principle of polarities, right, is once grasped, the fundamental understanding is that the mental changes are occasioned by changes of a polarity, a sliding along the same scales, and kind of readily could be understood if it's well balanced for equilibrium. Otherwise, it would be lopsided and it will change from hot to cold, right? The changes is not in the transition if you are with us, right? For the first time, this is what we believe, and this is what we also train and teach and firmly believe, that you as the individual, as viewing this as well too, can realize that every dreams, every reason to make the change of the praying to the gods is man or one. When you pray to the God, you pray to yourself as well too. As you listen to meditation, there's differences. It's not the mentality which we can operate and come to autopilot. It can be into a degrees of intensity of the operation of the power itself that is in the internal of reservoir we call human imaginations, from the connection between the heart-mind coherence. And forever we can suffer the consequences of being in another state. From the philosophical standpoint, we must suffer the consequences when we stay in the same state of mind until we transition ourselves to the wealth state of mind. That's the transitions. Then we suffer less. Okay, so we suffer less when we make a transition to the wealthy state of mind, of consciousness, the principle of the vibration, the vibratory of the polarity from the hot to the cold and to the middle, the center of the gravity is the equilibrium. Balance is the rhythm of the heart rate going up and down steadily, not up and then slowly down. You know what I'm saying? We gotta keep it in a steady pace, just like the Mario. Anyway, students who is familiar with this process by which the various of schools of mental faculties that we have learned, that we have taught, that we have grown to love and appreciate in this following of the teaching of Lord Buddha, Christ consciousness, of the yin more than the yang. The balance of the equilibrium is to understand the principle, again, is underlying of the changes or transitions, the metamorphosis that we change from a caterpillar to a butterfly. Is like the analogy. I love to put it because of the fact that we can actually see in the principle of viewing its polarity as we grasp of the fundamental understanding that we learn the foundation because we built it from the foundation, from the ground on up. It takes time, it takes years, it takes a lot of patience, and there will be haters, and fuck the haters, show me some love. Because the changes of these things that we call nature is the transmutations of one self into another, from directly squeezing the glutes and the differentiation to squeeze it into the degree that we hold ourselves, clench our fist so tight that we will release it if we need to, but we peace over power is important differences of learning and controlling, and is a discipline of mind. With peace of mind and love of heart, baby. Thank you for viewing. Have a wonderful Sunday. Peace. It's early. Get your exercise going. I appreciate you. Namaste.